Swole, Normuth.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
Come on, baby.
The bacon is sizzling.
Oh, yeah. Come to daddy.
Welcome to the Daily
It's the
Swole.
fucking Daily Swole, beaches. Testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles. Have you had your testicles lately on your chin? Welcome, everyone, to episode 1237 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps, none less than Papa Swolio flexing the gains. Welcome to episode 1237. Spank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your attention and being here for the motherfucking gain train. Oh yeah. All right. So it's your boy, Papa Swolio. Remember, you can follow the podcast. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching this and you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'm looking at you. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, you probably are because you're here early. But make sure you subscribe. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, everywhere you can subscribe. Like you can catch the podcast, catch me live, catch the Slamcast, catch the Mancast. Anyway, so what up, Peaches? What's going on? We got some good shit today. I want to talk about, refocusing your nutrition, but what nutrition should actually be about. So I want to talk nutrition being about health and less fucking political. I really want to talk about nutrition. Nutrition. Okay? Like, what does nutrition fucking mean? It means getting our goddamn nutrients. Getting our goddamn nutrients in. When did nutrition become like this political, social fucking debate? And why is it not about the person's health? Why is it not about the individual's fucking health? When did that occur? When did that really shift? You know, I've been doing this podcast for 1,236 episodes, 1,237 if you include today. And every single day and every single question that I answer, when we do the Q&A-ness on my Instagram channel, everywhere, in Swolenormous X, it's all about getting the individual healthy. It's about getting the individual the assistance that they need and the best approach and the best tactics to make positive changes in their life. The individual. And what does an individual mean? It means me. How do I get healthier for me? Okay? Everyone that's watching, how do you get healthier for you? That's what's fucking important. You getting healthier for you. It's not about following some fucking movement. It's not about doing it for the environment. It's about doing it for you. Okay? Doing it for you. And of course, because you're doing it for you, if you want to do it, if you want to be a vegan for the environment, then be a vegan. Like it's your life, but you're doing it for you. And a lot of people will. You'll do keto, but do it for you. If you want to go paleo for you. If you want to go carnivore, do it for your health. Do it for your health. Don't do it for this fucking altruistic. Everyone likes this big, global, intergalactic mindset. We always have. We always have where it comes to religion. When it comes to everything, we always like to act like we're doing something with grandeur, like we're doing something much bigger, and we have much more of an impact than we actually do. Society, humans have always fucking gone down that road. Always. People always think that they're going to fucking promote X, Y, and Z, and it's going to make this ridiculous, absurd shift and this whole big cause. It's like, what about your health? And we live in a society where we have everyone is just going, we're just sliding down. We're just sliding down this muddy avalanche. We're not stopping. We're going faster and faster. And I want you to think about this. This is why I promote the elimination diet. We talked about it yesterday in the podcast. We talk about the elimination diet a lot, but why am I so bullish on the elimination diet? Why do I always talk about it? Why is that the fundamental, foundational, first line of defense? Like inside Swolenormous X, when you join Swolenormous X, you get led right into the library where you see all your content, you understand the flow, you get access to the private Facebook group, and then when you start, you go into the kitchen and it walks you through step by step through the process of determining which foods are best for your body. Best for your body. Best for your body. what's best for your body. That's what the elimination diet is. It's figuring out what's best for your body, not what's best for some jabroni on YouTube that, hey, I did this and I lost 20 pounds. You should do it too. Get abs, blah, blah, blah. No, not what they did. What is best for you? And you have to put some effort in. You literally have to put some effort in. People think that they're just going to be, oh, this is how you eat. This is a diet. Okay, cool. I'll do that and lose weight. Well, you might not. It might not be right for you. You know, just cutting calories doesn't automatically guarantee you're going to lose weight or lose fat. You still need to burn and utilize more than what you're consuming. And if you consume less, your body is going to adapt to consuming less and start expending less energy. So you have to be aware of that. Like, you have to be very detailed and diligent to figure out what works best for your body, what foods you react best to, what gives you the most energy, what makes you feel good. Do you like to lift? Like the little things, you know, even when it's not just nutrition. Do you like to lift first thing in the morning? Okay. Do you like to lift in the evening? Okay. Like if you say, I want to lift in the evening, I would look at you and say, okay, is there a question there? Is it better to work out in the morning? No, it doesn't fucking matter as long as you're going to the gym. I've made great gains and had great workouts at night. I've had great workouts first thing in the morning. If you prefer going first thing in the morning, then you should as much as you can, because you're going to stick to it. You're going to get more results because you're going to want to go first thing. You're going to have better workouts. You're going to push harder. And shockingly enough, you're going to be telling everyone working on the best is best first thing in the morning because you like it. Doesn't mean it's best. Doesn't mean it's best. If someone wants to work out in the evening because they work at 4 a.m. and they get off at 5, then they're going to go to the gym at 6:30 or 7 o'clock and then go to sleep after. That's when they're going to go to the gym. That's when they're going to make their gains because that's where they have to. So you have to start learning to customize. And of course, there are certain principles because we're human beings. There are certain principles that are going to apply to most people, to the majority, or at least they're great starting points. You know, if you look at the overall population, we take the average. Most people have 2 arms and 2 legs. Most people have 2 eyes. Most people have 1 nose, a mouth, and a shitty butthole. That's what most people have. So what should most people do with those things? Well, most people should squat. Most people should walk. Most people should eat food. Most people should sleep. Like, this is how human beings work. And when you think about how human beings are just designed to survive, we're designed to live and survive. This is why a lot of these different nutritional approaches work, because your body is designed through evolution to live to see the next day. So if you're not giving it animal products and you're a vegan, your body is going to find some way to survive. It's going to find some way to make the amino acids, to make the vitamins, to do whatever it can. And if it can't, over the course of time, you could get sick. So you have to supplement or you have to do things a certain way. Same thing with carnivore. Your body is going to do the best it can with what you have. But of course, you could do carnivore wrong. You could not eat organ meats. You can be missing X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. You could do paleo wrong, quote unquote, if you're not getting enough calories, not getting enough nutrients. You know, if it's wrong for you, if you're eating fish and you're allergic to fish, obviously that's not good for you. If you're not exercising or you're doing too many jumping jacks, like there are all these different variables in someone's life. The most important thing is that you are consistent with your approach and you're consistently reassessing and reevaluating your approach. You're consistently reevaluating your approach. I'm going to say that a couple more times because I want that to be fucking loud and clear. When you choose something or you are engaging with your fitness and your life in a certain way, that might work for 6 months. That might work for 6 years, but it might not be right for you in 6 years. You're a different person. I mean, I'm a fucking completely different person than I was 3 or 4 years ago. So I need to adjust how I handle my shit. I need to adjust what I do for myself because I am different now than I was 3 or 4 years ago. 10 years ago, fitness. And when I say fitness, 10 years ago, my training, like what I did for myself, was the number one only thing I fucking thought or cared about. Going to the gym, lifting, doing stuff for me. Now I have other responsibilities that I'm extremely passionate about, namely the business, the podcast, the stuff I create. So I do have less time that I am allotting for my own personal training. Not like I'm eating bad, not like I'm not exercising, but it's not all I'm thinking about. It's just a portion of my entire day. I need to make sure I get these other responsibilities. I'm taking responsibility to do X, Y, and Z so I could also do A, B, and C. And you have to adjust. So When you're eating a certain way now, it might not be ideal in 3 years. So you can't get dogmatic and just, okay, stick to it because you did it for 3 years. You can't get romantic about what you did for 3 years that worked. And for most people, what got you to this point is not going to get you to the next level. What I've done to this point in the last 3 or 4 years is not going to get me to where I will go in 5 or 6 years, right? I need to shift gears. I need to adapt. I need to readjust. I need to reassess, reformulate, and then keep moving forward because life isn't stopping for me or anyone else. And it's important to remember why you're doing it. It's important to remember why you're eating healthy. It's important to remember what eating healthy means. And it's important to also remember what you're doing it for. Like, what's the purpose of you training? What's the purpose of you making these food choices? What's the purpose of you making these decisions? The purpose is to be healthier. The purpose is to feel better. The purpose is to perform better and X, Y, and Z. It's not to fucking save, some farm on the fucking other side of the world. Look, I know if you need to make a movement, you have to start with one person to say like, oh, well, if I do something, it's not going to make a difference. I understand when it comes to the politics of veganism and global capitalism and all this fucking shit. Yeah. Okay. You're going to need millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people. Yeah. And it does take individuals getting together, but really, like, what are you doing it for? Are you virtue signaling? Are you just trying to show people that you're such a good person? Are you trying to make yourself feel better because you have no purpose and no real direction in your life? So you're just kind of grasping on to whatever something stimulates you. You saw a documentary and now you're just fucking hardcore into that. Like, are you pursuing it for you? Are you pursuing it because you don't know who you are? Are you pursuing it for you or because you don't know and you're trying to create a you? And this is why you get such aggressive back and forth, because people attach their identity with an idea. They attach their identity to an idea. They do it to a sport. They do it to an approach. They do it to an ideology all the fucking time. And it's very religious. It's very political based. You see this everywhere. Everyone's always attaching themselves to something and they can't let it go because that's who they are. And they might not say it consciously in so many words, but that's the truth. That's why people get so defensive and so fucking aggressive and can't have a proper dialogue, because that's their identity. That's who they are. That's who they fucking are. And every time I talk about carnivore or veganism, not really carnivore because people just do their own fucking thing, but vegans are always gonna be like, well, not all vegans. Of course, not all vegans. Not all black people steal. Not all white people are fucking, white collar criminals and swindle people out of money. Not all Chinese people are fucking short, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, not everyone. Okay, you can play the vernacular with every fucking thing. You can play that name game and stuff with everything. Okay, everything's a blanket statement if you bring it down to an individual level. So enough of any kind of that bullshit in the fucking comments. Enough of all that shit. Yeah, but not everyone. No fucking shit. No kidding. Really? Stereotypes exist because a lot of it's true, but it doesn't mean it's for everyone. Okay? But when it comes to nutrition, people really don't look for their own health. They're looking to go with a pack. They're looking to go with the tide. They're looking to go with whatever's trending, whatever their celebrity is doing, whatever their friends are doing, whatever they see the shift in society. People just go. When we demonized fat in the 60s and 70s, everyone, oh, fat's evil. And then all of a sudden it comes back and it's like, oh, fat's good. And now it's like, oh, animal protein's bad. You see where this is going? It's just like boom, boom, boom. People just go back and forth like a fucking pendulum. They just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Wherever everyone's going, most people go. Have you noticed? I mean, this is literally how it works. Wherever the majority goes, that's where people go. Obviously, the majority of people, it's society. Whenever there's a big shift, it's like, oh, let's go this way. Let's go this direction. Human beings do that to protect themselves. That's a protective mechanism. To go with the tide rather than to think for yourself. To go with the tide rather than to forge your own path. To go with the tide rather than maintain your own beliefs for your own purposes. People just go with the pack because it's safer. You're not going to be an outcast if you agree with people. I mean, being agreeable, that's important only if it's proper. And I'm not going to sit here, and the reason why I don't promote certain ideologies because no one fucking knows. You have to look for yourself. If you're happy with what you do, the reason why I don't debate issues, the reason why I don't fucking care if you want to be a vegan, if you want to be a carnivore, it's because I don't need to care. I don't need to give a fuck. You don't need to care what my opinion is on that. You don't have to care. You don't have to care. So it's irrelevant. If you're secure with your belief, then you don't want to debate someone. You don't want to change someone's mind. You understand what you believe in. You understand because it's you, it's what you feel, it's what you believe, that's you, and you're doing it for the right reason, for your reason, then you don't care what other people's opinions are because you're living your truth. Anyone that's arguing, debating, they're not sure themselves. They're trying to convince themselves. They're trying to make a public spectacle in order to generate this kind of social support so they can reconfirm their own beliefs. They're not confident in their own beliefs. The loudest people are the ones that are the least secure with themselves and the least secure with their own beliefs. That's usually how it works, not across the board. It's not always the case. However, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like eating this shitty food is going to be good for you. If you want to eat it and you want to make an excuse to eat it and you want to say that, okay, well, everything in moderation, blah, blah, that's fine. I'm going to voice my opinion on that. I don't agree. I try to avoid things, and it's not hard to avoid when you're eating good food. When you're eating quality food and you're eating foods that make you feel good, it's not hard to avoid. I don't have cravings. I don't be like, oh, I miss that. I don't miss feeling like shit. I don't miss just feeling sluggish. I don't miss just eating crap and grease and just processed shit and having heartburn. I don't miss that stuff. If you want to, that's cool. I can still voice my opinion, but you don't have to care. I get a lot of messages. Well, don't you ever cheat? I mean, cheating is relative. Why do I have to? What, do you want my permission? Like, you want my fucking permission? You want my permission to eat? You want me to tell you you can have a cookie? You want me to pet you on the head and be like, you good boy. You good boy, you want a cookie? Yeah. You want your cookie? You're such a good boy. You deserve it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to hand you a glass of milk. I don't care if you eat a cookie. I don't care if you have a cheat meal. Then fucking go. You can go do it. If you're happy with the results, you're happy in your life, you're not cross-checking your feelings with me anyway. If you're happy with what you're doing, think about that. If you're a person that's happy with your nutrition, you don't care what I say about it. That's why a lot of you that watch, and how many of you in the comments right now? How many of you in the comments right now are a vegan or you're vegan? The reason why you're watching is because you're confident in yourself being a vegan. And if I say, fuck vegans, you don't care. I don't care if you're a vegan. That's my honest opinion. However, a lot of you watch because you enjoy the delivery, but you're so confident in your own approach, you don't care if I'm against it or not. It doesn't affect your opinion of my content because you're secure with your beliefs. You're secure with your own personal way. If someone's like, you shouldn't do that, and then you're like, so, I'm still going to do it. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't affect you. It's not going to rile you up because you're like, I'm still going to do it. If you're not secure with your approach, then you're going to get all defensive and be like, well, what about this? What about that? Those are the people that aren't really sure. They're trying to convince themselves. So if you are a vegan, if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're usually just doing it on your own. You're doing it for you. You're doing it because of your beliefs. You're doing it for X, Y, and Z, and you're secure in it. And it doesn't matter what people say, you're not going to change it. If you're trying to prove something to someone, if you're trying to virtual signal, if you're trying to, get society and your friends and coworkers or whatever to bandwagon together, yeah, you're going to get a little bit more aggressive because you're trying to convince yourself that this is the methodology. You're trying to prove to other people around you that you are doing this for the right reasons. You're trying to prove it. If you're doing it for you, you don't care what people's thoughts are. You just don't give a fuck because you're doing it for you. For real, if you are secure with the reasons why you're doing something, you don't need anyone's approval. Which is why I don't need anyone's approval. I don't to make any type of content that I fucking want, to say whatever the fuck I want. I don't need your approval to say that. I say things the way I like to. I appreciate the fact that it gets a positive response, but I'm not going to change my methodology. Like, I like talking like this. This is a depiction of how I feel, and it's frustrating in many ways when people miss the message. And I can just go over it, but I think I've already covered it in over 1,200 fucking episodes. But for those that are in the back or new here, you got to figure out what works best for you. I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to. You do not have to agree with what I say. You don't have to agree with my delivery. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? I feel like that's a superpower. You don't have to care. Let's think about this. You don't have to care what I say. You don't have to. I know what I'm saying, and I know why I'm saying it, and I know what I want to do, and I'm going to do it regardless of whether or not it makes you happy or feel good or feel warm and cuddly inside. That's how I am doing this. So if you don't like it, that's none of my business. I don't give a fuck. You watch something else. You listen to something else. But I have a bigger vision. My vision is to help the individual. My goal, my vision is to help you see through this bullshit. If you want to jump on a bandwagon and a trending movement, then guess what you're going to do? You're going to get wrapped up in a lot of the other bullshit. You're going to jump on this nutrition. Nutrition should not be a movement. It shouldn't be a religion. It shouldn't be a cult. Nutrition has to be for your own personal health. First and foremost, it needs to be. And a lot of these other issues, if you're going after your personal health, will work themselves out because you're going to look for more quality methodology of producing food, of getting your food. You're going to look for higher quality food products, which are usually going to be raised, farmed, XYZ with better methods if it's better for you overall. You know, if you really care to the utmost extreme, then go get a plot of land and raise your own crops and cattle and all that stuff. But people don't do that. We just complain about all the things that exist that other people, gratefully so, create for us so we can just go down the street or go on Amazon and just deliver it. But we complain about it rather than do something about it. We complain, they shouldn't do that, I shouldn't do that. Then go fucking make a farm yourself and go and get those animals yourself and go raise those crops and go farm yourself. Everyone likes to talk shit, but they don't do it themselves because it's not fucking easy. And we're so fortunate to have people that do this. So all those of you, regardless of what you make, regardless of what you believe, the farmers, the agriculture, all the people that are actually creating food for 400 million fucking people in this country, I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that I can get food without having to go and put in the work to find it, which is like one of the most fundamental aspects of being a fucking human being. Is getting food, is hunting, is gathering. So, and we don't have to do that anymore. And we forget that. We're so unworried. We're so confident in our food sources. We're so confident in where we can get our nutrition. And that's like one of the biggest things that a human being had to worry about a couple thousand years ago is where they're going to sleep, where are they going to find their food? Are they going to protect their family? We have to worry about that. You could walk down the street at night pretty much anywhere. You're not going to get raped, robbed, murdered. You know, with a high probability, it won't happen. Certain areas, less probability. But for God's sake, like, you know, we're being stripped. We're being stripped as we grow from our fundamental nature. We're not taught how to cook when we're younger. We're not taught how to make food or to get food. We're not taught how to hunt. We're not taught how to grow crops. Can you imagine if we had school and school was like, look, you're a human being. Here's how you can grow food if you need to. Here's how you can hunt if you need to. Here's how you can survive and build a shelter if you need to. No, you have to be part of the fucking Boy Scouts. If you're in a regular school, you don't even get to go to gym class. You're just filled your head up with fucking trigonometry and nonsense and shit that doesn't really inspire learning. You're taught to just spit shit back to your fucking teacher. We're taught to be drones. We're taught to follow. We're taught to just be like, oh, that's right. Cool. Let me do that. Oh, over here? Oh, let me go there. Oh, this is the best way? Okay, let me do that because everyone says so. You gotta be a little bit more, you have to be a little bit more proactive in your life. And it's hard because it's not just learning something new, it's unlearning your methodology of learning. You have to unlearn your fundamental source of how you acquire information. You have to reprogram your brain, and it's extremely challenging. And I think about this a lot. A lot of what I talk about is coming from that place. A lot of what I think about is coming from that place. It's just you have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself. And when you go online, we have everyone that has a fucking voice. I have a podcast and I have a following, so I have a louder voice than some people just because people listen. But you have a voice too. And when it comes to people that love to throw around, let's say, scientific studies, science is great. Most of what we do today is based on the science, which is based on what we're aware of on specific tests, blah, blah, blah. But you have a lot of people that throw around studies or this or a quote or a clip or a blog or something. And you have to remember that 99.999999999% of the people that throw those things around are not scientists themselves. They don't know what the fuck they're reading. They don't know how to relay that information. They read someone else, what someone else did and said, and they just spit it back out. Most people don't understand the concepts in which they discuss. Understanding is the variable. Really understanding those principles. Really understanding the principles. Most people just hear a fact and then relay it. They just spit it back out. They don't understand the principles. They don't really understand why. They couldn't explain it to a child. They just relay facts. They relay things that they hear. That's what it is. It's a memorization game. You read something or you hear something today, and then you watch a video and then you fucking spit it back out online. Oh, someone else had this or this study, and then you just fucking copy and paste. Most people don't have the slightest fucking clue about what they're really talking about. And I'm not an expert at breaking down scientific data either. Sure, I had to do senior research in college and I had to write my own paper and I had to do all the fucking library of research, and it's a fucking nightmare. I hated every second of it. It's brutal and miserable. Some people like it, and thankfully so. People are doing these studies. But the more, when you really understand how scientific studies are done, you would be fucking shocked at how many holes there are in any individual study. Why do you think there are thousands of studies on specific topics? Because in order for a scientific study to be agreed on to be valid, you need to cover so many fucking bases. The study has to be extremely specific in order to really garner, like, this is the result. This is what happens. And then if that does prove true, or your hypothesis is proved or true, or whatever, you have to do it again. It has to be repeatable. The repeatability, the inter-rater reliability, is someone else measuring it? Can someone else carry out the same study and duplicate that same experiment to a T? And if not, then the study's not worth it. Then the study's not valid. Then the study has holes in it. Like, it's brutal. It's very, very specific. And human beings are flawed. And guess who is carrying out these studies? Human beings. So understand that it doesn't mean that everything is bunk and bullshit. Obviously, the reason why you're able to listen to me today is because of technology, because of science, because of studies. But it doesn't mean that it's absolutely bulletproof. It doesn't mean that because a study was done and because a study has a certain title and it covered a certain subject, it's one fucking study. Any topic, like if you go and look up, okay, research on caffeine, how many thousands of studies do you think there are on caffeine? Thousands. Probably tens of thousands, if not, I don't say hundreds of thousands. Who the fuck knows? Tens of thousands, I would easily say, on caffeine itself. Why would there be so many studies on caffeine, do you ask? Well, there could be studies on caffeine for its efficacy, for its method of delivery, and its effectiveness in gaining strength, in losing body fat and gaining strength with males from 20 to 25, from 30 to 35, from 40 to 45, from 50 to 55, for 30 to 45 with a low carb diet, for 30 to 45 with a high carb diet, for 30, like there's so many subcategories and these generalizations have to get pulled. And again, it comes down to most people that throw around shit like that don't know what the fuck they're reading. They don't understand how to carry out a study and they don't understand how to break it down. They're not scientists. They're not scientists. Everyone watching, how many of you are how many of you are scientists that work in a lab, that do actual research, that write these papers? How many of you are that? And even if you say you are, how the fuck do I know? It's a comment on YouTube. You see where I'm going with this? We just hear people say things. You're listening to me say something, but I'm not saying anything that's off the wall. I'm not saying anything that's untrue. I'm getting you to think a little bit about what you're reading, which is why you need to approach nutrition for you, for your health, which is why I talk about the elimination diet all the time, which is why I address that shit, because it moves. It moves. Did it pop up? I don't know if that's her. She never barks. Hold on a second. Hold on. Pop up. Is it you? No, it's not her. I just want to make sure. She never barks. I'm like, that doesn't sound like her. Never barks. I go out there. She's looking at me like, the fuck? She's on the porch for anyone that was wondering. We'll let that dog bark. It's not mine. Anyway. Let's see here. Anyway, but that was really kind of like the end of wasn't even a rant, but that's the end of what I really wanted to discuss about that. You need to pursue your nutrition for you. You. And it's important to share thoughts, but it's important to understand a lot of my content, if you've noticed, it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking. It gets you thinking about what you come to know, what you come to depend on, what you come to think, okay, this is bond. This is the truth. This is that. What is the fucking truth? What is the fucking truth? What is truth? And you can get really philosophical with that stuff, but at the same time, it's 100% true. It's not just, oh, what is truth? Oh, I don't know. Okay, fine. Like, think about what you take for granted that you know. And then you realize, oh shit, I really don't know. You don't fucking know. If you think you know, you don't know. You're just lying to yourself to make you feel comfortable so you can sleep at night. We don't know jack shit. I'm sorry, fam. We don't know jack shit. How to build muscle, how to lose fat. Yeah, that's easy. That's why I focus so hard on the fundamentals. That's why I focus so hard on the fundamentals, because the fundamentals, if you master the fundamentals, the basics, those fundamental principles of fitness and the way you can think, and in my opinion, the best way to approach your training psychologically, you are not going to fall for a lot of this bullshit. You don't need daddy Instagram to fucking, block the ads. People are already sending me messages because their posts and shit are getting blocked left and right because they use the word fit in their Instagram name, or they posted a picture of a client that lost weight and it got blocked. I'm telling you, this is not the right approach. I don't believe in that fit tea bullshit detox nonsense as much as the next person. And I love making driving while gainings and NOC videos about that shit, but that's where it should be. I don't think that should be on Instagram, but I'm not going to block it from being there, because then we're censoring things and we're not. And guess what? Guess what's going to happen with that fat loss and detox tea bullshit? It's going to get much more sinister. These companies are going to go with different methodology and still sell their products in a different manner. They're still going to promote it on the DL. They're going to find loopholes to do so. And you're getting this kind of social political nonsense into these social networks, and these social networks are going to bend over and take it in the ass because they don't want people to get angry in public. They're going to protect us, and then we're going to we're getting filtered and we're getting sold shit that's not what we really want. Like, we need to be exposed to the bad things so we know what's good. We need more education. We need more truth out there, or some more reality, or some better approaches, and we need to teach people that this stuff is bullshit. If you don't see it, how can we target it? How can we show what, a shitty ad is? People need to just talk about it. Like, if you're promoting fit tea, how many people make fit tea videos? So when you Google fit tea, see a lot of people like, this is fucking trash. And you watch one of those, oh shit, it is trash. And then you don't buy it. Then the ad doesn't affect you. You think people are going to stop looking for fat loss fucking pills? You think people are going to stop buying fat burners because Instagram's not showing detox tea? Get the fuck out of here. You think any of that's going to stop? You goddamn idiots. It's stupid. It's stupid. People's before and after pics are being blocked. Yes, people are trying to start accounts and with the word fit in it, and it's getting flagged and blocked. It's not good. It's not a good move. That's why I made that video. I'm like, the idea is nice, but how many people under 18 have enough money to buy this fucking shit? Most people don't have jobs. Most 14-year-olds aren't buying detox tea. Their parents are. It needs to come down to the parents and the adults to teach their kids that this kind of stuff is fucking nonsense. But parents are so checked out of their kids' lives. It's not the ads. It's not the ads. It's not the ads problem. It's the mindset that there are any of these fucking shortcuts. How many times can we talk about this? There are no fucking shortcuts. Oh, but this fit tea. Oh, but this fat burner. It's like, look, it's called natural selection. It's called natural selection. We are preventing natural selection. Yeah, we're saving the dumb people. That's what we're doing. We're pandering to stupidity in this culture, in this society. This is my opinion. But when you pander to the misinformed, you're pandering to gullible people. What we're doing is we're cultivating more gullible people. Just gonna be gullible for other things. It's just gonna push to other products. They're gonna be gullible for, you think these people aren't gonna buy anything anymore? They're still gonna go to GNC and Vitamin Shop and still buy that shit. They're still gonna get advertised in other places. They're gonna get advertised like in an email list or somewhere else that Instagram doesn't see. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. You can't flag a celebrity from not having something like this on their website or talking about this on their blog and sending people to their website, and then it goes to their blog or goes to their Shopify store. They can sell that stuff. You can't prevent someone from selling it. Oh, but it's not in your face. Oh, you feel safe and protected now? No one's mean to you? Well, that's good. It's fucking stupid. Let's take some comments. Forehead, you as a person shouldn't need someone to sit there and tell you the snake doctor is selling bullshit. Yeah, no shit. I agree. I think the fat activists are flagging. Well, that's what's going to happen. That's why it's going to shift so hard in this direction, because the fat activism and that kind of stuff they're going to flag it like crazy. Everything. You know, if it was only those types of things, if it was only like the fit tea or the fit tea detox, if it was only that, it's like, okay, that makes sense. But you know, it's going to go towards anything that discusses weight loss, anything that discusses body image, anything that discusses body fat. You think it's not going to? Bull fucking shit. I have people sending me screenshots of their stuff getting blocked when they're just a fitness coach showing how they can help people lose weight, and it's getting flagged already. And the problem is, now that Instagram made this big announcement, blah, 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 now they have to stick to it. Now they're going to actually enforce it, and they're going to over-enforce it. They're going to over-enforce it at the whim of these social groups in order to satisfy them, so they shut the fuck up. And in the video that I talked about, was it yesterday, the day before, how they were like shouting and screaming and this until they got their way. Yeah, that's how it works. You shout, you scream, you kick and sing like a little child until you get your way. And then it's going to go too far. This is where it starts. This is where it starts. And yeah, we're preventing natural selection. We're pandering to the weak. We're pandering to the lack of responsibility. We're pandering to entitlement, and it's not going to end well. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. All I'm trying to do is give you the power back to make your own decisions. You don't have to follow a fucking group. You don't have to follow that fucking nonsense. Like, you don't have to. Allow the Daily Swole and allow this to be your fucking safe space from bullshit nonsense idiots. Vegans are welcome. Carnivores are welcome. Paleo, keto, you're all welcome here. We're going to talk shit about all of it. I'll talk shit about vegans. I'll talk shit about carnivore. I'll talk shit about everyone and everything. But for entertainment, to get you thinking differently, to get you thinking for yourself, which is important and it's essential. You're not going to survive in this world unless you're making your own fucking choices. Let's see. Malevolent Joe. Most people have already heard about fat burners in their life. The chances for them to look up fat burners and other shortcuts first instead of finding what works is high as fuck. Absolutely. Like, this isn't going to change. People are still going to go on. You think that people are they're just gullible because of Instagram? No one searches Instagram. Instagram has no fucking search capacity. Where are they going to go? Google. They're going Google, search, and it's going to pop right the fuck up. Lose weight quickly. Boom. You know why? Because Google makes their money by showing you what you want to see. And what you want to see, if what you want to see is quick weight loss stuff and quick weight loss products and some kind of fat burner, they're going to show you quick weight loss products and fat burners because the algorithm wants to show you what you want to find, so you keep on using it so they can show you ads that their advertisers pay them so everyone can get money. And you're going to find what you want. That's what Google does. It gives you what you want to see. Not what you need to see, what you want to find, what you're most likely to respond positively to in a search result. Once you realize that, you have to put what you look for in context. Okay. If 10 million people also wanted to click on this link, the third link, not the second link, then that link is going to go higher up and you're going to get shown that link first because the majority of people that typed in the same thing as you did, because there's 400 million people in this country, a little bit less, a little bit more, whatever it is, and a high percentage are going to move in the same manner because human beings are very different, but also very similar. We're all raised in the same culture, blah, blah, blah. We have generally a lot of very similar impulses and attractions. That's why psychology exists and why we have a lot of understanding with certain things across multiple cultures and platforms and stuff. This fucking matters. It matters a lot. Let me close this door now. Hey, pup. You understand? You picking up what I'm putting down? It's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's very, very obvious, but I think about a lot of this stuff. I think about this a lot. You know, people will always be searching for that magic pill, Lena. For sure. Everyone's going to look for a magic pill always to the end of time. But if you understand and come back to the fact that your nutrition is in your control, you can make better decisions. You're the one that has to fucking make better decisions, not me. I don't have to make better decisions for you. You have to make better decisions for you. So whatever I say, you need to take action, whether it's good or bad, whether you agree with my opinion or not. It's going to come down to what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. And most people don't have the slightest fucking concept of why they're doing what they're doing, which is why they swing left and right and get upset and get frustrated. They're frustrated at their job. They're frustrated with their family. They're not happy with their body. They were lied to. They were this. They just lost money. They lost their job. And then it comes out in all this other fucking way. And people need an arm around the shoulder. People want to get a hug. Most people need a fucking hug. And a lot of these people that are in these fucking social movements just need a motherfucking hug. But you need to understand that nutrition is in your wheelhouse, in your control, and no one else's. It's not in the food company. It's in your control. Yo control. Danny Danger, drop your comments below. What do you think? We'll take a couple questions or comments. Danny X Danger, it's the fact that everyone wants things easily. It's why things like It Works and Herbalife exist. They advertise carb blockers, detoxes, all while, quote, being your own boss. Different convo, but same shit. For sure. For sure. It's the same reason why a lot of these nutrition movements are not about health. They're about global politics. They're about the environment. They're about this. They're about changing minds. The fat acceptance is not about health, but it is about health because it affects health negatively. But it's about loving yourself, and they cross over social issues with health issues, and it's affecting a lot of people negatively. It's a terrible message because it has a lot of carnage that gets left in its wake, and it hasn't come yet. This is relatively new. Wait for the next 10, 20 years when these body positive, fat acceptance, all this shit keeps on going. Yeah, people are going to drop dead, and it's going to be really fucking ugly. When you're watching these people that can't walk, that can't stand up, and they feel it, and they keep talking about how they're healthy. I don't have diabetes, but look at me. I can barely stand up and function. Yeah, it's not going to be a good look. It's already not a good look, and it's only going to get worse. We're literally birthing the next generation of idiots all the time. Do you remember that classic sales term? There's a sucker born every minute. Yep, that's not a lie. That's not a lie. If you think that a sucker isn't born every minute, I think it's more than that. Probably a few. You can detox yourself without having to buy. Of course you can. Just start eating healthier. Your body detoxes itself. Are there things that you could probably do to absorb certain minerals and specific situations maybe? Do you need to have one of those whole detox processes? No. Most people, can one of those detoxes work? Not the teas and stuff. Can a detox work? Sure. If you're changing what you're eating, if you're cutting or raising calories and you're cutting out certain nutrients, you're changing your habits, of course things work. If you're going to do it, here's what happens when someone does a detox. What are they also doing? They're also probably getting better sleep. They're drinking more water. They're cutting out a lot of processed shit. Maybe they're starting to exercise or walk a little bit. And all of a sudden, all this stuff worked. Because in addition to that, you're not really quantifying the impact of all the habits and all the things in your life that's been changing because you're only sucking down fruit juice or something for 7 days. You made a lot of lifestyle changes, and that's why you're flushing out a lot of shit. And that's why you saw a lot of change, of course, because you made changes, because you were doing things shitty. You could have done 30 things with a lot of habitual changes and seen great results. Didn't have to be that. Eesh. The herd makes it easy to make a decision. Of course, because you're surrounded by people that agree with you. John, our ancestors were fucking beasts and had no access to lame-ass powders and teas. Let's see. Remember when Hydroxycut was showing up everywhere? Oh, yeah. Hydroxycut, Slim Fast, all those things. Woof. For sure. That was another topic that I was going to bring up. Jaden Smith, but he did that wrong. That's another thing with the media. It's a load of shit. Because then it gives, it's talking about veganism. Like, he went vegan, he looked sick. This fucking kid who was just super stressed out because he's living under his dad's shadow and he's trying to he's going on tour and doing all that stuff. He just stopped eating meat, doing vegan. You have to do it properly. You have to really be careful. You can't just, I'm not eating meat, so I'm a vegan now. Of course you're going to look sickly. And plus, it's not right for everyone. Everyone likes to act like, this is the right way for everyone. Everyone should be. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Just like Christianity doesn't work for everyone. Judaism doesn't work for everyone. Any religion, any group, any belief, Democrat, Republican, whatever you fucking want to believe, there's a reason why those are groups, because not everyone agrees. Not everyone believes in that. Not everyone doesn't work for everyone. Why does one thing have to work for everyone? Why is one thing always this is the answer? Why is it always like that? Why do humans work like that? Why is it just the answer? Why does everyone have the fucking answer? Everyone always has the fucking answer. Oh, this is the way it is, though. No, but this is the way it is because we believe that. Okie dokie. They shouldn't even be allowed to call them fat burners. They don't burn fat. No shit. But that's marketing. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. Haha. Birdie, birdie, birdie. I made steak in a toaster oven at work and everyone keeps interrupting me asking for some, being annoying. What are my thoughts on cannibalism? You're going to eat your coworkers? Probably not going to work out too well for you. If there was a magic pill, I'd be all over it. Everyone would be. That's why people are trying to be all over it. People are trying to get that magic pill because they keep on thinking that everything that comes out is the next magic fucking pill. My God. Scotty Awesome Sauce. Yeah, the over caffeine stuff is too much. I work at a call center. Some people there are drinking 2 Red Bulls, a Red Line, and a Bang Energy in a same day. Yikes. God, it's so much caffeine, so much of everything. Nicholas, I saw a public post regarding the gym products. Guy did a before and after photo taking the gym products. He put on like 60 pounds of fat or something. I wish I pulled it up. Well, look, I mean, there's so many factors. It's not just like, hey, I took this supplement, I got results. You got results because you ate good and you trained hard or you didn't. It's really not that complicated. Look, I take a fraction of the products I did when I was bulking. I don't do protein powders. I'm not doing BCAAs. I'm not doing EAAs. I'm not taking glutamine and creatine. Like, I'm not doing that. I have been looking in the gym, same body weight. I've been looking leaner. I've been looking more full. I enjoy my aesthetics. I've been feeling better than I ever have before. And I'm taking the least amount of any kind of supplement possible. Those bodybuilding supplements, when I talk about supplements, I'm talking about the bodybuilding supplements. I'm talking about fat burners. I'm talking about detox teas. I'm talking about all those things. If you're talking about creatine, I mean, okay, there's certain supplements like that. That's not a fucking bodybuilding supplement. That's a supplement. That's actually found in meat. That's found in food. Like if you're taking specific vitamins and minerals or extracts, like those things can be beneficial. There's no question about it, but you definitely don't need all these. The supplements that I have the problem with are these, this is going to get you bigger. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. You want to get bigger with a supplement? That's anabolic steroids. You want a supplement to get you bigger than you could get naturally? That's what bigger than you could get naturally. That's why it's called unnatural, because you can't get that big or grow that fast or be that hard or be that strong at your natural capacity. It helps you get past your genetic limit, your potential. You get to that ceiling, you take one of those things, it gives you more of a hormone than your body naturally produces. Shocker, you get more results. But most people take those things far before they reach their genetic potential and their limit. Most people aren't doing things perfectly, which is why a lot of people take that stuff that you probably don't even realize at your gym, and they don't look good because they're not doing the fundamentals. They're not eating right. They're not sleeping right. They're not hydrating. They're not doing their training hard enough. They're not eating the quality food. Like, they're just not doing it right. Most people take supplements. And they think it's going to make up for them not doing the basics. That's a huge fucking problem. And it always has been. People go right to the store. Oh, I'm starting to go to the gym. I need to build some muscle. What protein should I take? None. Absolutely fucking none. That's not what you should be looking for. It always happens. People want to lose weight. They get a gym membership and they look for a fat burner. Nope. Why do you think it doesn't work? Why do you think these fat burners don't fucking work? Because they don't work. They only work if you do. And it's not even the fat burner that's doing it. It's you exercising and not stuffing your fucking fat face. That's what's getting you results. Lisa, people have been fasting for thousands of years. Don't need a product to detox, or just eat clean if you don't have major health concerns. Sit and spin. That might be what it takes. Just like the anti-vaxxers is going to take tons of dead kids and babies before it sinks in. Don't take suggestions from a man that drinks 12 Diet Cokes a day. It's a good idea. Shandy Carson, down 145 pounds. Congratulations. And I know firsthand how fucked up fat acceptance is. We need to get our heads out of our asses. Let's see. Beer. You guys are just talking. You guys are just talking about steaks and how you cook a steak. Jaden looked like he aged 20 or 30 years in his photo. He looks old. How old is that kid? How old is he? Being an adult doesn't work for everyone. Yeah. Let's see. Jesse B. Here we go. I've been vegan for 2 years and all my blood levels are perfect. Being vegan doesn't make you healthy, and being vegan doesn't make you unhealthy. It's having a well-planned diet with all your nutrients. Well, I'm glad it's working out for you. I mean, preach. That's it. So that's why when you see content of someone disagreeing, it's like, okay, that's their opinion. But Jesse, if you are satisfied being a vegan, and let's say I say something like, you shouldn't be a vegan, you'll be like, okay. And you're going to do it anyway because you like it. So it doesn't matter what my opinion is. I 1000% agree that it's not for everyone, and it's not going to make you healthy, but it's not a death sentence either. But it can be a death sentence if you're like, I'm going vegan to be healthy, and you're not doing it right, and you're just continuously just slamming your head against the wall and you're holding on to it and it's not working for your body. You're affecting yourself. And if you want to die at the expense of eating an animal product, a lot of people would rather do that. And that's why they look sickly and unhealthy, because they're so invested in this ideology, they're not doing it properly. And I didn't like those snippets from the news. I'm not defending veganism. There's no need to. But I don't agree with how that portrayed it. Because like, oh, Jaden Smith, had to go to the hospital because he was vegan. It's like, look, he said I wasn't doing it right. He just stopped eating animal. Like, of course, you're just cutting out major fucking nutrients and you're not doing it right. You're on tour. You're stressed out. You're a fucking kid. All those things that are going on. Yeah. You're going to be fucking hospitalized from just stress, and your body's in shock from the sudden change in how you're eating. Of course, if you went carnivore, it could have been the same fucking thing. Would have been the same thing if you just ate 500 calories. I stopped eating. I started doing like fasting for 5 fucking days. And I'm trying to do 3 concerts a day, blah, blah. Like, I saw some clip and I was like, oh, let me hear this story. And it was a couple sound bites over some stupid pictures. I'm like, this is complete biased nonsense. It obviously wasn't working for him, but he also wasn't doing it right. They said it right at the beginning. So it's a completely different conversation. It's just how the media portrays things, which is why you can't just jump on every fucking trend and everything that gets popular and everything that gets a little bit of exposure. You can't just jump on it. Yeah, common sense has never been common, so it seems. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate the support. Sarah, it's harder to accept that life is unpredictable and you can't do anything to change it. Living by absolutes gives comfort to some. It gives comfort to the masses. Now, in my latest video, I was talking about how I don't believe in this type of approach by Instagram. I don't agree with the detox comments or the detox products, but I don't like censorship. I don't like it being socially, oh, we're just blocking stuff. Because when you leave it up to like social people and people policing themselves, we think it's going to be good. It's not going to be good. Like, this is how there's no like middle ground, because now what doesn't get banned? Once you start allowing this vernacular and this people to say, okay, if you say, okay, we're not going to show this to people under 18, that I get, but that's where it should stop. If you're under 18, if your account is under 18 and you're delineated as an under 18 account, you're not getting shown ads, period. How about that? You're not on Instagram. You're not getting shown ads, period, or you're not getting shown those types of ads. Fine. You know, you can put that under the guise of, oh, we're protecting minors. Okay, cool. But when you start allowing people to police themselves, these social trends are going to overcorrect and it's going to censor a lot of shit. This is where these movements get very, very dangerous from a social standpoint, because it's not about protecting weight loss. It's not about protecting people. It's about protecting their fucking identity. It's about protecting their feelings. It's not about the facts. We need to educate people. And if you don't know that this fit tea is bad for you, then you deserve to buy the fucking fit tea. You do. You weren't taught properly. You're going to learn the hard way. You're going to buy it. It's not going to fucking kill you. It's just not going to do shit. And you're like, huh. And it's going to be another thing that you put under your bed or in your cabinet that doesn't fucking work. Okay? These are the people that buy that. The people that buy those products are always going to be looking for a quick fix. They're always going to be looking for a shortcut. If you're buying a fit fucking tea, you are probably not destined to get results. I'm going to tell you that right now. The vast majority of people that would buy a product like that won't get results, period. Or they'll rebound, because that's just their mentality. They're not willing to put in real hard effort. They're just looking for a shortcut. And people that look for shortcuts will always look for shortcuts. This is going to affect good people more than it'll affect bad people. It's not going to save people. It's not going to prevent things. It's going to perpetuate this kind of nonsense in a different way. It's going to get worse. I don't think this is going to help, because you're still going to get ads for this kind of shit. These people are now going to look for shortcuts elsewhere. They're still going to look for it. You don't get an ad. You don't think people know Amazon exists? You don't think people know that GNC exists or Vitamin Shop? Oh, I'm not seeing an ad. I need to lose weight. Let me go to the supplement store and get something to lose weight. They're just going to go there and they're going to fucking buy it there. These fucking ads. And you think it makes a difference? They make a fucking difference. You're going to Google it and you're going to buy it. And why do you think it took so long? Because Facebook is like, fuck, we're going to lose a shitload of money. Well, social pressure, now they're losing it. All these people are just going to find another way to get a quick fix or a shortcut. That's it. That's it. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, right. I can't imagine being Will Smith's kid. The only shadow that would be worse is The Rock's. Well, at least he's got daughters. You know, at least it's like a different kind of like genre they're going to be going in, per se. It's got to be tough. You got to forge your own path. You have to. Well, a lot of you are talking about what orthorexia and all this stuff. It's these types of language and these types of words and concepts. People create these things. People create these things in order to validate their movement, because people like general shit. You start getting specific, you know, it dilutes the message. So if you say and you speak in grandiose terms, oh, it brings this air of like, oh, like shock and awe, like, ooh, orthorexia. Oh, shut the fuck up. Stop. Orthorexia is different. It's an obsession with only eating things that you think are healthy. Good. Good. An obsession. Why is that an obsession if you're eating things to be healthy? People talk about obsession like it's a bad thing. You mean you want to try to be healthy as a person? Oh, how shameful for you. Why don't we call that fit shaming? Why don't we call that fit shaming? An obsession with eating things are, well, good. Pursue your health. Go for it, fam. You should be obsessed with your health. Why is being obsessed with your health a bad thing? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on in society? What the fuck is it? She always like curls up. Not yelling at you. I'm talking about. I'm not. You're cool. You're cool. She's like, don't yell at me. An obsession, it should be the standard, but unfortunately it's not. Now, obsession, of course, you can have a bad obsession. Do you think eating what you think is healthy is a bad obsession? People are taking that in the worst possible way. I think you should be obsessed with improving your life and improving your health. You should be. You should be fully invested in it. It's not a bad thing. It sounds like fit shaming to me. Bing, bing. Ridiculous. Yimi Dominguez. I absolutely hate fit people, and how they're so fit pisses me off. LOL. Those damn fitties. Those fucking fitties. So what am I? If you hate fit people, are you a fittest? You fittest. You're a swollest. You hate people that are swole, more swole than you. I hate that person. He's so swole. She's so swole. I don't like her. The fittest. Well, of course it should be. You should not be doing that. So we'll clarify that. Orthorexia is more than eating healthy. It's making the wrong decisions about your health while thinking you're being healthy. Like, listen to that definition. How ridiculous is that? It's making the wrong decisions about your health while thinking you are being healthy. No one should be making the wrong decisions. That by itself just defines what you shouldn't be doing, period. No one should be doing things wrong. Okay? Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's so weird. It's so ridiculous. Making the wrong decisions. Well, wouldn't it be nice that if no one made wrong decisions? Oh, what a world. What a world. We're going to protect everyone so no decisions are wrong. All your decisions are right. Everything you feel is correct. Whatever you feel is correct. Whatever you feel is right. That's the way it should be. As long as you feel good, as long as you feel comfortable and safe, that's all that matters. When someone starts bitching at you for a healthy lifestyle, it's probably because they suck. It very well could be. But look, not everyone has to make fitness. Not everyone has to make exercise their most important thing. I can talk about junk food and how you should shut your fucking mouth and stop eating trash. The reason why I say it like that so definitively is because it gets attention. And it's a proper message, and it slaps you out of your fucking drone of a life. You're just, going through life as a fucking zombie. But does that mean that if you want to eat a pizza, I'm not going to come over there and tell you not to eat it. You're a grown-ass man or woman. If you want to have a pizza, then go have a pizza. But don't complain about your health and don't be like, oh, I don't know why I'm losing weight. How come I'm not doing this? You know, if you're going to live in moderation like that and you're going to cheat a lot and do that kind of stuff, then you're going to get the kind of results that will likely lead to. Can you look a certain way and still eat stuff like that? Sure, people prove that all the time. But there are other things that I'm concerned with, and I just don't crave those things. So just because my message is more like, stern in the delivery, it doesn't mean I personally give a shit if you eat junk food. Obviously, people are doing it all day, every day. All fucking day, every day. People are always eating junk food. I'm under no misconception or under no illusion that what I say is going to stop someone from eating Burger King. If someone's eating Burger King, they're probably going to keep on going. If you think that's healthy, okay, go for it. But if you're doing that and then complaining about not losing weight or you're not tracking, you're not doing exercise, what are you complaining for? Put in some more fucking work. He's not going to know how the answer to that. Answer to what? Answer to what? I guess Swole doesn't want to answer my question. Why do people why do you assume that I see every fucking comment? There are hundreds of comments. Why do you think I'm just looking at every single comment? And why do you think that your comment, whoever you are, Garesas, I don't even know what you commented. What makes your comment more important than anyone else's? I give equal amount of fucks about your comment and the least amount of fucks about your comment, just like everyone else's comment. Yeah, I don't see everything. My whole chat screen refreshes on my end. It refreshes every 2 fucking seconds. And then boom, I just see a bunch of new comments. So if I can grab one in time, So now I'm looking for it. I don't see it. This is off topic, bro. What should I do? My weight is this. Like, this is not a Q&A. Like, you asked a question about your own personal thing. It isn't about you. Like, we do a Q&A every Sunday, and sometimes I'm taking questions. If you ask a personal question and it's off topic like that was, I'm not necessarily going to answer it. What should I do? Should I lose weight and then build muscle? Just build muscle? Build some fucking muscle. You're 120. I'm 15. My height is 1.98 meters. I don't know what the fuck that is in foot and inches. I'm an American. I don't do meters and kilograms, bro. Should I lose weight and build muscle? I don't know. If you're 15, just start fucking learning how to lift, do yoga, eat better food. Just keep it simple, man. My God, you're 15 fucking years old. There's my answer. Jesus Christ. Fuck. You see this kind of entitlement and shit? I appreciate you watching when you're 15, man, but you walked into the buzzsaw on that one. Stop being entitled. I love when someone sends me a DM or something and then they come on the podcast and they're like, how come you didn't answer my DM? Because I didn't answer 200 people's DMs yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, 400. I'll get a couple hundred requests a day. And then if I answer to 20 of them or 50 of them, I get 50 responses from them and then another 100 or 200. So yeah, it's going to be a hot minute. And if you're spreading nonsense or asking me stupid shit in my DMs, for example, yeah, I'm not going to answer it. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. This isn't a charity. This is a daily fucking Swole. We're getting shit done here, fam. I appreciate your questions and being here. I love you. Oh God, don't leave. Oh, please don't unsubscribe. Oh, please, oh, please. I need your attention so bad. I burped. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. My sister went on the hot pepper diet. What the fuck? What kind of diet is that? Where am I in the comments? Where am I now? See what I mean by comments? Now I'm like all the way up in my chat scroll. Now I'm scrolling past. Now I'm going to miss some comments. Fucking. See, guys, you do what Scotty Awesome Sauce says. Anytime you have someone that has awesome sauce in their name, just fucking pay attention to what they say. Scotty, you can't do any wrong until you do wrong. In my book. Did someone just get a participation award? They did. They did. You got an 8th place trophy. Do I love me too? Oh, God damn it. Yes, I love you too, Sarah. And everyone's coming out of the woodwork wanting a pat on their titty. Yes, Sarah, we love you. We love you too. Do you love me too? Wait. What about me? What about me? Wait, what about me? Wait, what about me? Genocide. Ooh, good name. Okay, well, that was for the record. It's not genocide like actual genocide. It's JEN. So obviously I like it. It's a cool play. I like it. Off to the gym, trying to set a new squat max today. May the strength of burden be with you all. Eesh. Be strong. May those glutes drive hard. Weird question after an ankle. We're just taking random questions. I'll answer this one because I popped it up. After an ankle injury in high school, one of my legs is visibly stronger. Yeah. You do need to do single leg exercises. Yeah. One of the things that happens with an ankle injury is your glute shuts down on that side, so you stop tracking properly. So you need to do glute activation, make sure they're both firing properly, do some isolation exercises, practice yoga. It'll help a lot. That's one of the biggest problems. People sprain their ankles and stop walking properly. They start limping, and what it does is shuts off one of the glutes on one side, and you start tilting and compensating. Could lead to back, neck, shoulder problems down the road because people never rehab it properly, so they're never really walking properly for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Leads to chronic neck pain, back pain, issues, ACL, all sorts of shit, potentially. Yeah, that's what happens when you ask a question on the Daily Swole. You get a fucking answer you're not going to want to hear. Bam. Well, thank you, Danny. I DM you sometimes, but I don't take it personal if I don't get a response. I try to respond to everyone. I mean, some people that just be like, give me a thumbs up. It's like, cool. I do what I can. I'll answer you if I can. If you send me a DM, you can't expect a response in a short time period. So it's not going to happen. Sometimes if I maybe slide over into the DM to answer a couple requests and yours pops up right in that fucking moment, and I answer, you send me a message, and I just happen to answer right away, it's because I was seeing it in the moment, but I might leave it and then I might not be able to come back to it. Just get a lot of messages, do the best I can. Where's the Papa Cam? She was outside before, so I didn't turn it on. She's hiding behind the pillow. You won't be able to see her anyway, so I'm not turning it on today. Sorry. If you want to see her, go on my story. And if you're not following her, follow her account. It's not on YouTube. It's on Instagram at Papa Swoleo. So you can follow her if you want to see that. So I posted a picture today. I mean, I didn't post it. Excuse me. She posted a picture on her Instagram. I don't have anything to do with it. It's her. And in my stories a lot, but yeah, not today. Sorry. Oh, you saw that? I saw the comment on IG about a Jabronette telling me to shave. If I shave, she said I look like a hillbilly. I think she saw my ebook ad in which when I filmed it a while back, my beard, I didn't iron it. I wasn't even planning on like filming a video, but I was like, I felt inspired and I just filmed it. My fucking beard was everywhere. So she might've been referring to that, but she says, why do you look like a hillbilly or something? It's in my story. It's like, I think you should shave and you'd be more credible, even if you had stubble. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to be credible for you. You're obviously not my audience. Go be a little beesh somewhere else. Fucking stupid. Papa needs a TikTok account. Please don't give me more work. Stop. Don't. I know she does. Oh, God, I know she does. You're right. You're right, though. Damn it. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I'm like, shit. Now I got to fucking post a credible. How the fuck is a Viking beard not credible? Who is this peasant? See, look, everyone's commenting. Everyone voted to keep the beard. It was 97 or 98%. I think a couple people DM me. They're like, oh shit, I meant to hit yes or to keep it. So even the 3% were like, fuck, I hit the wrong button, because sometimes you hit the wrong button and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna see this. And people are like, I don't know if I could trust a beardless Papa. Can you imagine if I did that? People wouldn't. It would be the opposite. If I trimmed and shaved it, people would leave my content. I'm quite certain of it. I'm quite certain I would lose followers. Why wouldn't I? A lot of people follow for the beard and the hair. Why wouldn't you? I think Mama Swoleo's home because Papa Swoleo just dipped. I appreciate that. Love your TikTok with Arnold voice. Yeah, that one got like no traction. People didn't like that one, or they liked it, but they just didn't get picked up, didn't get kicked up in the algorithm. People would be like, who is this Soy Enormous? That's a good one. Change my name to Soy Enormous. The internet would crash. It would be more controversial than Kim Kardashian's fat ass. Well, that's the biggest compliment I've gotten today. So I'm outie boombalowdy. I'm going to go do some content, go film some shit. So great episode today. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed on the actual audio on the podcast, make sure you subscribe, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because for those of you that watch live, if you don't know already, that I do provide additional content on the pre-roll. If you listen to the podcast, there's a lot of intros, and today I dropped a great quote in the pre-roll of the podcast. So it really reflects a lot of what's been going on in society with fitness and nutrition, and really is pending and kind of poignant for today's topic and stuff like that. So I'm going to be providing a lot of more behind the scenes and stuff like that, and little kind of ideas and concepts and philosophy before the podcast if you are listening to. So make sure if you catch this, make sure you also, once it's uploaded and once it's available, go and check out the podcast and maybe listen to that. Even if you heard the whole podcast here, you can always just catch the beginning and get some additional value over there. So I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1237 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in Zarel. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And I'll see you tomorrow for 1238 of the sleeves. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swoleo. Out.